Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Tom from resole.com. Today I'm going to do a unboxing video with the Goral shoes that you see in front of you. But I'm going to do something a bit different this time just because I usually do an unboxing video where I don't really try out the shoes. I just wear them for sizing and give you like a first impression. And I do guess a lot of stuff. And I think that's a bit of a no-go, just because I wanted to try out the shoes and tell you guys how I actually feel. So I changed a bit. I wore these sneakers for a week or two, actually around 2 weeks. And I wanted to give you the impression of how they actually are for the first 2 weeks. And maybe I'll do another review later on where I wear them a bit more. So let me know in the comment section how you like this kind of a difference that I've made. So what you see in front of you is Goral Mellor II shoes. So before I open the box, let me tell you a bit more about the brand Goral. Now, this is a brand located in Sheffield, England. And I think it's one of the first shoes that I feature that are not made in Northampton. A lot of the shoes that I feature that are made in the UK are made in Northampton, UK. Where Northampton is like the shoe making capital of the UK, where a lot of brands are located, for example, like Chini, Edward Greens, and Trickers, etc., etc. So it's like lots of brands are there. It's where basically a lot of shoes are made. And I think London is another one where Casino Girling, brands like that, like a lot of bespoke and expensive shoes makers are located. And there's Sheffield, where Goral is made. So anyone who is not familiar with the UK's geography, Sheffield is located in the middle of the UK as an island. Another thing that's special about Goral is that all of their sneakers are handcrafted using Blake stitching construction. I'll tell you more about it in a second. And the company can reconstruct or resole the outsole once you wear them out. So I think that's very uncommon for sneakers. I have featured previously Crown Northampton that does that, but I think that's something really special. And also Goral uses a lot of premium leather from tanneries like Horeen or Mariam. You can use as an upper choice of the leather. In terms of the box, it's a really, really bright and vibrant yellow colored box. I think this is their signature color. Has a brand Goral there. It says made in England since 1936. I'm gonna open the box and show you guys what's inside. It has a replacement laces here, wax laces, 2 dust bags, which is very handy if you want to use or if you like to use dust bags, and the sneakers itself. So I already worn them, so I'm just gonna show you guys the shoes and explain a bit more. So this is the design. It features a very minimalistic and sleek low top design. It's very clean. They use French binding and leather lined insole as well. So I think this kind of a design for sneakers where it's just very clean, nothing too fancy, nothing striking out, no branding, etc. It's about time for us to accept that these kind of designs are very, very timeless kind of design, very minimalistic and very clean. And I think combine that with the upper leather of choice of Mariam's TPR Toscanello leather in this instant is amazing. I think it looks really good. And I think the patina on the upper will be amazing as I wear them more. But yeah, the design looks like this. They also have other kinds of low cut sneakers and also high top or mid top sneakers that they offer. So please check them out on their website. I think I want to talk a bit more about the upper leather of their choice. In this instance is the Mariam Tannery, which is located in Italy, in Tuscany. Tuscany is, in the middle of Italy, so it's famous for like meat kind of dish and also this kind of a tannery like leather where they're made. The thickness, I believe it's around 2.2 to 2.4 millimeters, so it's very thick considering that these are sneakers, and the leather feels very durable as well. So the TPR, some people have mentioned it stands for thermoplastic resin, But I don't think in this case, because I did some research and it's a bit of a, I think it's because it's called TPR just because of the breed of the horse rather than the thermoplastic resin that's on top. I can't really feel that it has like a glossy covered like resin. I mean, I can feel some kind of like glossiness, yes. But if you look at the heel, like it's not like protected by the resin. So I don't think you should worry that this is gonna be like covered in resin. And it scratches quite easily too, but it's a beautiful color and I think it's a bit dry. So I'm gonna put some shoe cream on it, which is normal, obviously, because it's natural leather. But yeah, I think it's an interesting choice and a very luxurious choice for a sneaker leather. If you're interested, as I've mentioned, they also offer other types of leather, so check out on their website. And Goral uses an Italian calf leather lining and the leatherboard insole and waxed cotton as their laces. So I think their choice of material is flawless, if you ask me. But one thing I kind of want to mention is that the break-in period for these were a bit longer than I expected. I mean, these are not like work boots, these are just sneakers. However, the leather on the upper is very, very durable and it was a bit tough at the beginning. So it took a day for it to break in and now it fits very well. However, it also caused a bit of heel blisters. So just bear in mind that if you choose a leather that's durable, it will have a bit of a break-in period. Now, obviously, it doesn't actually cause any discomfort, thank God, and I do enjoy wearing them. But yeah, just bear in mind that you might have a bit of break-in period depending on the leather that you choose. So Mellor II is built with Blake stitching construction, and I think most of the Goral shoes are made with Blake stitching construction. Blake stitching is basically the upper, the insole and the outsoles are all stitched directly inside. So I can show you in terms of the Goral's case of Blake stitching where they, here you go, stitch the midsoles probably with the upper and the outsoles. You can see the stitching that goes around here, which is leatherboard that they have used. And also you can see another layers of stitching here, which is linked with the outsole here. So it's not like the traditional method of the Blake stitching where the insole, midsoles and outsoles, and I do believe the upper is all stitched together. But there are two lines of stitching that goes around that protects, that holds the outsole with the upper and the midsole with the outsoles, it seems. Yeah, you can see that. So if you send them back to the factory, what they're going to do is they're going to take out those stitching and resole the outsole and probably gonna give you a new outsole, which is gonna be fantastic because that means you can just have another pair of shoes for a cheaper price that will last a very long time as well. To continue a bit about the outsole stitching, you can see that it's very uniform around and you can see where they have finished the stitching part as well. And I think it's going to hold very, very well, 360 degrees. And if you are someone who wears these kind of sneakers, maybe like something like Converse, is that this kind of like stress area where it bends, sometimes the stitching, if it's not good, it pops out and it doesn't look very good. For my case, for now, until now, that's not a problem. And the stress area is holding out very well as well. You can see that it bulges out a bit, but that's not a problem because it's all stitched and it's holding really well together in the stress area. I'm trying to like bend the shoes a bit, but yeah. So don't worry, even if this happens to you often, these are really well made, very durable, if you are someone who often have that kind of problem with shoes. One thing I also want to mention is that on the heel counter itself, there's another layer of suede. It's like an area where it rubs the most, so it's gonna be more durable and then it's gonna be longer lasting on your heel as well. So let's talk about sizing. Goral currently offers these shoes in size from UK 6 up till UK 13. And they also have half sizes, which is amazing, all the way to UK 13. And they have regular or wide width that you can choose. In my case, even though the website or people usually say if it's true to size, I don't know if it's because I recently did like a gait analysis at this running place, and they said I've been wearing a bit of a different size sneakers the whole time, like a bit small for my feet, but I got UK 11.5 and wide width, and I have to say my feet are happier just because they're wider and a bit bigger than I usually wear in terms of sneakers. Or maybe my feet got bigger and wider, I don't know. Anyway, so I took 11.5 and wide feet. Even though it's a wider width, it doesn't look like it has a, let's say, those bare feet kind of a feel. It still looks very sleek and nice. So for anyone who cares about that, I do care about that, because I don't want my shoes to look too much like it's bare feet shoes, just because, like, you know, I don't know. So if you are someone who are into that, there you go. So you can also choose wider width, which was a good choice for me. The price on these Mellor sneakers are around £290. It's a bit pricey, but as I've always said, everyone's economic situation is a bit different, and this will last me a very long time. And also you can resole the shoes. And currently Goral offers to resole your shoes at £70 a pair of shoes, which is much lower compared to the actual price of shoes, I think. So that means you can, you know, invest on this for £290 at the beginning, and they say they're going to resole, relast, and refurbish the shoes. So I think it's a very good deal. And they use Blake stitching, so you can probably resold them for like 2-3 times, and it will be good. I think it will last until then. So I think it won't be a problem, in my opinion, to resole for maybe 10+ years. So I think it's a good investment to make if you're interested in these kind of sustainability stuff as well. So overall, what are the key takes for Goral's Mellor II? So these are handcrafted in England, in Sheffield specifically. Goral offers a lot of premium upper leather materials that you can choose from, and also you can select different types of outsoles as well. They use resolable Blake stitching build, and it costs £70 at the moment in 2025 for them to rebuild, resole, and relast your shoes. It has a very wide range of fit from UK 6 to UK 13, and the design is timeless and minimalistic. I have to say, this is a very classical design now. Everyone's gonna like this kind of design despite the fashion change. So, do you think this is worth it? Do I think this is worth it? I think this is a really good purchase, and this kind of made me feel like I want to purchase different kinds of Goral shoes in the future. But for now, I'm happy with this, and I'll continue wearing this for a foreseeable period during the summer when it's hot. So yeah, I'll do a bit more review video next time. So anyway, guys, this is Tom from resole.com. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section.